State has had immense success on the field this season, as we all know. Now they have a Heisman Trophy winner in Jameis Winston and are headed to the BCS National Championship game on January 6th in Pasadena. Off the field, though, FSU is doing pretty well, too. A Suncoast group made up of 800 alumni and fans known as the Sarasota Seminole Club has been named the Club of the Year at the FSU Clubby Awards ceremony. Now, here to tell us more about that is the club's president, Frank Maggio. Now, Frank, how do you become the #1 club? What do you have to do to be #1 in the out of all the Seminole clubs in the world?
First of all, happy holidays, Don. Appreciate you having us on again. No, it's okay.
Hey. Way to show me up, Frank. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Well, the team is doing a good enough job showing a lot of people up off the field. But speaking of the clubs, we've been around as a club for about 5 years now, kind of reorganized here in Sarasota. And part of what they do, the universities, the Alumni Association, the boosters, which is the athletic side, puts together basically information, game watching parties we do for football and other sports, other activities the club does, golf events, socials. Of course, in Sarasota, we're very lucky because, well, most of us are very lucky. I'm not sure about you or even Scott, or Dennis, excuse me, but Florida State University has a lot of property here in the Sarasota area. Downtown, there's the FSU Medical School campus and also the Ringling and the FSU also Conservatory. So, we host events at those locations and get-togethers. We provide services to students and parents in the area for those students that are going to FSU. For example, about a week or 2 weeks ago, the early admissions for FSU, and we'll be doing what we call send-offs, which are basically events where we get together with the parents and students and inform them about FSU. They have questions. We like to help them out and obviously push them towards Florida State University. So you combine all this together, and it's what the university uses to determine a Club of the Year. And we were named during the Miami game, actually, that weekend as a Club of the Year.
Excellent. So obviously it's not all tailgating. Is it obviously doing good for the community and for the incoming students and the students that are there? Real quickly, we got about 45 seconds left. Sure. $1,500 check, you're going to be awarded geckos. Geckos, if you go to any geckos during an FSU game, they overtake the place. Geckos is great. Talk about this, why you receive a $1,500 check or what's going to happen, and then really quickly talk about the watch parties that are going to happen.
Yeah, we do watch parties actually at both the Hillview and the Clark Geckos, those two locations. But Gecko specifically, we did a tailgate for the Clemson game watching party earlier this year. It was probably the biggest game of the year at that point. And we had over 500 people there at the Clark Geckos and raised enough funds. They donated $1,500 to us. And actually, we also did a partnership with J.T. Taylor, who's the distributor for Geckos and other locations here in the Sarasota area. And they donated $1,000. So we actually got $2,500 from this season from those two sponsors, but that was great. All that money goes towards an endowment. We raised just under $20,000 to a $25,000 endowment. And then specifically speaking of the game watching parties for the national championship game, again, we do it at Geckos both on Clark and Hillview, and we just added actually Venice. Their crowd asked us for it, so we're going to be meeting at Bogey's on East Venice Avenue. Yeah, so we have 3 locations. Game on January 6th, 8 p.m. Get there early. Get a seat and enjoy the game.
All right, Florida State taking on Auburn. Frank Maggio and the Sarasota Seminole Club, #1 out of all the Knowles clubs throughout the country. Congratulations and thanks for joining us. And again, happy holidays.
Go Knowles.